Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in our Autodesk Inventor Professional tutorial. In the previous videos we talked about the assembly mode. In the last video we covered the drive constraints. This video is the introduction video for the drawing mode in Autodesk Inventor Professional. The box you see on the screen is the box we designed in the last video when we were talking about the drive constraints, and we're just going to use that as an example to create a drawing view. We're going to cover the details of the drawing mode in the following videos, but this is just an introduction video to understand what the drawings are for. So let's go ahead and click on part2.ipt and right click and select create drawing view. And if you haven't saved the file, it will probably ask you to save the part first. And before I started recording this video, I created a folder called drawings on my desktop and I saved part2.ipt in that folder. And then it will take you to this window, which is the create new file window. And you can see that we generated some templates for ourselves for Starry Industries. But if you install the software for the first time, and if you've never used any template, if you haven't generated a template, you will most likely only see standard.idw and dwg underscore template.idw and another template for the assemblies as well. And in the following videos, in the future videos, we're going to talk about how to create our own templates as well. So for now, let's select standard.idw and select create. That will take us to the drawing mode of Autodesk Inventor Professional. We're going to talk about all these options here in the drawing view window, and we're going to talk about all these resources on the left. We're going to talk about this block here that we have, and we're going to talk about what we can do in the drawing mode in the following videos. But in this introduction video, I want to talk about why the drawings are important. If you ordered something online, like from IKEA or Amazon, or whatever, you buy stuff online, whichever website you use to buy stuff, I'm sure you had to put some things together and it came with instructions. And I'm sure you looked at some drawings of an assembly or maybe a 2D drawing of a 3D object. Or maybe you just looked at some of the details of a product that you use. For example, an iPhone. You can go online right now and look at the dimensions of the phone that you use or specific details that the manufacturers want you to pay attention to. So the drawings are used for so many different reasons like that. In a drawing, for example, let's just place different views of this object on the screen. And of course, this is just an example. We're going to do this in a much better way in the following videos. We can just add a lot of information about this box. We can, for example, add dimensions. We can add, maybe we want the part number for this box. We want to call it, give it a certain name. Maybe this is part of an assembly. We want to put the assembly name there. Maybe this is something that we modified several times, and that's why it's got a revision assigned to it. Maybe we want to give some details about who designed it, who approved it, who checked it, when it was designed. Maybe we give some revision history here. The part was modified, but what did the designer modify in the past? How many times it was modified? Or maybe we want to give tolerances and we want to share this drawing with a manufacturer because we designed our part and we want to send it to a manufacturer, and manufacturer will look at the drawing and understand what we want them to do, what we want them to pay attention to. Even the tolerance information will tell them what part of the design is important to us. And it doesn't even have to be a drawing for an individual component. It can be a drawing for the assembly. In that case, we can specify how those parts come together, and we can kind of number those components, and we can give a bill of material. In the bill of material, we can even talk about how many of those parts are used in the assembly. We can give vendor information. We can talk about a lot of other details that we cannot cover in the part mode or the assembly mode. So right now, for example, we can go to some supplier websites like McMaster-Carr, and we can look at some of the components that they sell, like a screw, and then let's just randomly select one, and then go to the product detail page. And in that page, they have some kind of a 2D drawing. This is where they share a lot of details, like this is black oxide alloy steel, and there's a part number associated with it, and there are a bunch of dimensions here. And this is basically what the drawings are used for. And there are so many other applications of it too. For example, I designed a part before for a customer and they wanted to patent it. And to patent the part, they needed 2D drawings to add it to the file, to file for the patent. And there are so many different versions like that as well. Especially regulated work environments, drawings are extremely important for traceability. You cannot just modify parts as you please. You have to have a record of those modifications in the drawing, in the revision history. And there are many more. So in the following videos, we're going to start creating a drawing, and we're going to start adding details to the drawing to talk about some specifications of the objects that we designed. And at some point, if you want to learn a CAD software, if you're going to design something, a product, or maybe it's for school or maybe for your employer, you're going to end up dealing with drawings, or you're going to end up having to read drawings. Or if you're going to maybe sign up for some maybe certification tests, if you want to be certified in SolidWorks or Inventor or any other CAD software, you're going to have to look at a drawing and understand what the drawing wants you to, what the creator of that drawing wants you to design, and what they want you to pay attention to. So thanks for watching this introduction video, and I wanted to congratulate you for making it this far. And in the following videos, we're going to talk about the drawing modes in more detail. And until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.